Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Before you watch today's video, I do recommend you empty your mouth of anything that you might choke on, because I've got a couple of classics for you. This first replay in the Comet in a Tier 9 match on the Karelia map was sent in by Super Lal Packer, and it's really not about what happens to him in this match, although he does quite well. It's a Tier 9 match, he's in a Tier 7 medium tank, and he ends up doing well over 1,000 damage. But it's not really about him. It's not even really about the fact that this is yet another Karelia assault mode failure of a defense, where in whatever planet 2/3 of Super Lal Packer's team comes from, defend the base means don't leave the cap circle and stay and die in the cap circle. No, it's not even really about that. Although there is a certain grim humour to be had in the inevitability of the fact that most of his team are going to die without ever having driven more than 200 metres from the spawn point. And that is pretty much what's going to happen in this match. Most of the team are still camping the base, and that's where they're going to die. And that's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler, because they're not going to lose either. Oh, Jingles! Spoilers! Trust your Uncle Jingles. That's not a spoiler. It's because of the way that they're not going to lose. I've been playing World of Tanks for 4 years now, and I have never seen a match end the way this one's going to end. Trust me, it's special. So strap yourselves in and enjoy the ride. So what's going on here? SU-101, Tiger, and an ST-1 that's just about to take any second now. There it is, almost half of Super Lal Packer's health off. They do have some long-range supporting fire, if you can call it that, from a base camping E50, and artillery is paying attention, but friendly artillery aren't the only ones who are paying attention. Enemy artillery are about to get involved as well. There is also a Tiger 2, bless him, very, very slowly making his way up the hill in an attempt to help them, but the odds are about to swing rapidly, as if they weren't already, in the favour of that ST-1, as enemy artillery obliterates Super Lal Packer's platoon mate in the KV-3 and blows Super Lal Packer's tracks off. Meanwhile, that's still an ST-1. Backup from a Tiger 2 or not, he can't stay here. He's got to get out of here, which is unfortunate news for the Tiger 2. Oh, he quickly just stops to take out, or, well, to assist in taking out the T-37. Unfortunately, yeah, well, he probably wouldn't have made it out without taking another hit from the ST-1 anyway, but he's out of here. The Tiger 2 also falling back, firing at the ST-1, but it's an ST-1 and he's just a Tiger 2. Super Lal Packer is getting the hell out of Dodge. Does not have an awful lot of health left. Cannot afford to take another hit from that ST-1. Not entirely sure if he's safe from him here. Well, he is at least going to have to stop to kick that Tiger 2 to death. Meanwhile, he spotted an IS-3. And, oh look, wow, somebody's left the base. Leopard prototype. It's very brave of him. And he's paying the price for it. Just took 417 damage there, probably the ST-1. Super Lal Packer's feeling a bit brave. He comes back to try to assist. There isn't really anywhere he can go here, but then the Leopard prototype starts running away as well. Alright, fine. Let's get the hell out of here. Very, very nearly took a hit from the Leopard prototype, and oh, this is not good. Look at them all. And, yeah, completely inevitable. But, as I said, this replay isn't really about what happened to Super Lal Packer, or his platoon mate, or what that ST-1 does. No, this is about, well, I don't want to spoil it, any more than I already have. So, anyway, Leopard prototype's the last one standing, and he's not going to be standing for very long, not with everything closing. There we go, he's dead. So, everybody who was attempting to defend this flank, not that there were many of them, are now dead. So all of the base campers are about to lose sight of all of the enemy tanks, and there they go. So the next time they see all of these enemy tanks is going to be when these enemy tanks are already shooting at them, and that's how you lose when you're defending Karelia. You don't push out and protect the flanks. Except we've already established that they're not actually going to lose, so how the hell are they going to pull a win out of their arse on this one? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You're just going to have to see it for yourself. The only reason this match isn't already over is because some of the team did actually push out onto the flanks. Not nearly enough, but some of them did, and Super Alpaca's team has some very, very good artillery players. Unfortunately, the artillery players are now within visual range of the enemy tanks, so they're completely hamstrung in their ability to further influence the outcome of this battle. This is what happens when you don't push out and secure the flanks on Karelia. But there's a big old cluster of friendly tanks, all trying to hide behind the same rock over there. Do you see them? One of them is an E75. And that position he's in, you don't spawn in that location. That's outside the spawn point. You have to actually drive there. So he clearly hasn't been AFK the entire game. But he's AFK now. Of course he's AFK. Why wouldn't he be? Now, you might be looking at the scores and thinking, well, it's not that bad. They've just pulled a kill back. They're only losing 7-9, but it's not so much about the numbers. And it is about the numbers because, yes, they're losing 7-9, but their top-tier heavy tank is AFK. But it's about the positions that they're in. It's almost completely undefensible. The E75 is in a fantastic defensive position, but he's AFK, which means nobody else can occupy that spot. He's tucked in there, with his lower glacis almost completely covered up from any fire from the front. His side is an automatic bounce zone, but he's AFK. So he's not actually doing his team any favours here. Meanwhile, the VK2801 is down. The FCM50T is about to be overwhelmed. The guys back here are trying to put in what supporting fire they can for him, but look at this, it's hopeless. It's a T30. It's not just a T30. There's a Comet. There's a Walker Bulldog. Here comes the Comet. He saw the Comet coming. Artillery takes out the T30. The FCM takes out the Comet, but then he's gone. And some fantastic, really, really good play from the artillery players on Super Alpaca's team here. Super Lalpaca's team here. But there's only so much you can do when you're in this kind of situation. So, the AFK E75 and the 3 remaining survivors, none of whom are looking particularly clever, and they're starting to get pretty desperate now. It's like, my rock, my rock, I saw it first. Guys, the rock's only so big, you can't all hide behind it. Look at them all packed in behind this rock. If enemy artillery had repositioned to the flanks, there is an opportunity for a couple of bombardier medals here. There's not much space behind that rock. The Waffenträger's trying to get eyes on whatever's attacking them, as is the Indian Panzer at the back there. Oh, T-28 prototype. Now this, despite his sterling work up until now, this is where the artillery player makes a big, big mistake. He blocks the Waffenträger, and the Waffenträger takes another hit. Enemy artillery gets stuck in, takes off almost all of his health. He attempts to put one into the T-28 prototype. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. T-28 prototype takes him out, and now it's just the E75 and the Waffenträger, and here comes the Walker Bulldog. And this is where the magic happens. A couple of things you need to know here. The Walker Bulldog, at best, is going to have 175mm of penetration with armour piercing. The rear of the E75's turret is 180mm thick. The rear of its hull is 160mm thick. So stop firing armour piercing at the back of his turret, you donkey. Shoot him in the side, where it's only 120... Well, yeah, okay, that's the side, but not at that angle. Look, he's not shooting at you. Drive up onto the side of the tank and shoot. Why is the T-28 prototype here? It's one of the slowest machines in the game. Where's the IS-3? Well, the T-28 prototype is here. The Walker Bulldog is being completely ineffective. T-28 prototype has the right idea. Drive up the side of the E-75 and start putting shots through the hull armour. Shooting him there, you may even detonate his ammo rack, but whatever you're going to do, you'd better do it fast, because this is Karelia Assault. You're on the attacking team, and if you don't cap or kill every one of the enemy tanks before the timer runs out, you lose. And that is how an AFK E75 won a Karelia defense and got himself a Collar Banoff's medal. So remember kids, if you want to finish the game with not one but 2 epic medals, just spawn into the match, be in a top tier heavy tank, drive 120 meters, park the tank, go AFK, and you too can be a winner. Meanwhile, on Himmelsdorf, Col07 here is seal clubbing in the T18 tank destroyer. He knows he's seal clubbing, he's not proud of it, but he's bored. In fact, the title of this replay, when he sent it in to me, was When Seal Clubbing Goes Wrong. Oops, spoilers. But once again, it's not about what happens, it's about how it happens. I get some funny replays sent in to me, but I don't usually laugh out loud when I'm watching. I did when I watched this one. It begins with your typical T18 seal clubbing gameplay down at tier 2. I mean, this tank really is ridiculous. In case you wonder why this thing is the seal clubber's weapon of choice. He misses his first shot, but yeah, give him time, he's just getting into his stride. This 75mm howitzer, well, what's this? There you go. 175 average damage. I think there's only one tank on the enemy team that won't one-shot. Plus, the machine does 40 kilometers per hour, and it's got 40mm of sloped frontal armour. Is there any wonder why it's the seal clubbing machine of choice? Plus, if you're feeling especially dirty, you can load high explosive anti-tank premium ammunition. It doesn't need it though. 75mm howitzer is dangerous enough just with regular ammunition. As you're gonna see, in case, you know, if anybody hasn't actually seen a T18 seal clubbing video before, well, at first at least, spoilers. Yeah, that's just what this thing does. There you go, there's another one. Oh, plenty more where they came from. Is that a Panzerjäger? Yep. Another tier 2 tank destroyer. It's not even in the same class as the T18. Hello, and as soon as it aims, goodbye. There's another one. Yeah, that guy's not feeling very brave anymore, is he? Oh, hang on. We'll just kill this guy first. Poor little lol tractor. Lol tractor's actually got a pretty good gun. But you have to hit a T18 3 or 4 times to kill him. He only has to hit you once. And can't miss from that range. How many kills is he on now? 7? It's just what T18s do. I know what you're all thinking, by the way. You've all looked at the enemy team list, you've seen a T18 on the enemy team, and you're thinking the seal clubber is going to get clubbed. You couldn't be more wrong. Nice try, though. This guy's obviously AFK. And, wow, amazingly, he doesn't one-shot him. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that's... Are there no depths to which coal will not sink? Did you see what he did there? He drove in front of the poor little... It's only a T1 Cunningham. I mean, come on, spread the glory around, will you? Deliberately drove in front of him so he wouldn't be able to get the killing shot. He's not just a seal clubber, he's a kill stealer as well. Are there no depths to which Cole will not stoop? Don't worry, before you get all medieval on him in the comments section, he knows. He knows he's a scumbag. He's not proud of it, but he was bored and in need of some entertainment. And that's why people take T18 tank destroyers into tier 2 games and score 8 kills. This machine really is ridiculously broken. And unlike machines like the BTSV, which is ridiculously overpowered at tier 3, or the Panzer IIJ, which is ridiculously overpowered at tier 3, the T18 is not a premium. Anybody can drive a T18 tank destroyer. You know, you don't need a bonus code to get your hands on one of these things. So what have they got left? Well, there's somebody fighting out in the cap there. I was going to say that, you know, Cole's team have it under control, but, well, they don't. He's got 8 kills. He's practically the only person on his team to kill anything. If he hadn't been playing this, they would have lost this minutes ago. Now, the enemy T-18 was last spotted on the hill, which means I suspect Cole came down to the railway lines to try to find that T-57 artillery. No sign of him, however, so he's going artillery hunting. He's looking for that elusive 9th kill. And you know, the T-18 tank destroyer, and the Panzer IIJ, and to a lesser degree the BTSV, they're the reason why you can't get Pools medals and Radley Walters and things like that down at tier 2, because it's just too easy. People will be driving these things all day trying to farm epic medals. So where's that T-57 artillery? Not to be confused with the T-57 heavy tank, which... Oh, there he is. Here we go. Oh, he knows he's been spotted. Look at him scuttle. Yeah, you can't run away from a T-18 tank destroyer, mate. And there's the enemy T-18. Okay, so... Oh, he's turning, he's turning, he's turning, he's turning, he's fired. Oh, he didn't kill him, he's missed. Ah! We're going to have you now. Oh. Oh, that was unexpected. That was quite unfortunate. And that means... Oh! Oh! Justice has been done. Yeah, chew on that one. You didn't see that one coming, did you, Rommel? You know, at this point, I actually had to stop the video and go and check the stats of the T-57 Tier 2 artillery. That thing only has 28mm of frontal hull armour. It survived 2 direct hits from a 75mm howitzer. What the actual fuck? Well, Seal Clubber denied. So that was quite amusing, but that's not what's funny. This is. Look at this guy. What is this Cruiser 3 doing? Why are you there? Look at him. He's like, hey, I can see my house from here. This is your last best chance of winning after doing 8 kills. I mean, can you imagine? Look at this. Oh, I'm going to need a minute here. Oh, I've seen this. I know what's going to happen, and I'm still laughing my ass off. You've got to understand, right, that I'm not... Well, I am poking fun at the Cruiser 3, but you have to understand that this guy may have only been playing World of Tanks for half an hour, right? But that doesn't mean it's not funny. What the hell is he doing? Look, enemy tank. There. 2 of them. Turn, at least point the gun at them. See, this is why I love low-tier games, because you never know what's going to happen. They're completely unpredictable. Now, T-18. How's he going to deal? Oh, is he going to move? It looked like he was going to move. Maybe he's not going to move. Maybe he will. Oh, he is moving. He's moving. T-18 misses. He misses. He drives into the wall. He's sitting sideways on in front of a T-18. He misses again. Tier 2 battles are fantastic. All he's got to do now is kill the artillery, and he's won. You can be the hero. Just do the right thing. That's all you... That's all you have to do. No, we're going to drive into the wall again. Oh, God. Oh, now we're going to drive into the wreck of the dead tank. God, I'm going to need a minute here. What's he going to do now? Cole, serious question. If you're watching this video, and I suspect you probably are, tell me, how did it feel watching this guy driving into walls, completely ignoring the cap counter, which is telling him where the T-57 artillery is? How did it feel, knowing that you just scored 8 kills, dirty kill-stealing seal clubber that you are, and this guy is your last best hope for for actually winning the game? Did that make you mad? You know, you can say what you like about the intelligence of high-tier World of Tanks drivers, and people often do, but low-tier games like this are the only place where you can, and often do, score 8, 9, 10 kills, and somehow your team still manages to lose. Because in a low-tier game of World of Tanks, absolutely anything can, and often does, happen. And it's because, well, like this Cruiser 3 driver. And let's not be too quick to point the finger, because it is entirely likely that this guy has quite literally only had World of Tanks installed for half an hour, and so genuinely has absolutely no idea what he's doing. But that doesn't mean it's not funny. So, Super Lalpaca and Col07, you dirty seal-clubbing kill-stealer you, there he is. Thank you so much. I genuinely thank you for sending these two replays in, because, well, let's just say earlier on tonight in World of Warships, with a standard account, I managed to get 1377 experience on a defeat in my Congo battleship. So I badly needed some cheering up, and this worked. I hope you guys have been entertained by these two replays as well. As always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.